Alright, it's Saturday. We already went to the bakery, got our Kasbrodja, but then we're actually early and we found out that there's actually a new bakery.
Oh, I thought they were just somewhere we haven't been.
No, because remember how there was like the Suffolk grill on one side? The other side had a kitchen that was where they had like their chicken.
Ah.
But then that one closed down and now there's a bakery, or that bakery thing that's in there. And we saw a place as we were searching for new Pokemons. I seriously don't know if that's supposed to have an S on the end or not, or if it's like sheep. Is Pokemon plural or is it Pokemons?
Pokemon is a singular plural.
So it's sheep, fish, deer?
Yeah.
Alright. And so we found new ones, and then we walked back, we saw this, and we saw a restaurant that said Pannenkoeken with things on it, American pancakes with butter or with fruit. And I was like, oh, maybe we should swing by there next time. It's Oostpoortje 8 Cafe, something like that. Anyways, and yeah, so that was, and I was like, oh man, we were talking about American pancakes, then we went up to Hema, turned the corner, and where that new bakery is right there, and I saw her flipping these things, and I was like, American pancakes? And Aaron's like, well, let me go in and ask, do you want one if they are? And I'm like, sure. I mean, they look like an American pancake, except they're not.
Yeah.
Like, they're big, but they're fluffy, and I thought they were fluffy, but they just have crap in them. This one has potato, and I think a little bit of cheese. A little bit.
Yeah. I have the spinach feta.
No, this might not have cheese in it. Might have potato and butter. But this is just literally so much starch.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I didn't want to crowd the little tiny store going in there and asking silly questions, so I just let Aaron go in.
They didn't speak a word of English.
Oh, wow. That's strange. To not have at least a basic grasp.
Pretty much understood what I was saying, but...
Well, anyways, so yeah, we're eating this. We're going to go watch Detective Pikachu later. I'm not sure what time. Aaron said early afternoon. Depends on when the things are available. It's nice today, so I think people are not going to be necessarily in the theater, as they're going to be outside. On like Museum Plain and all that stuff, out on the canals and stuff, enjoying the outdoors, not being cramped inside a theater where it's dark. Although you'd think that before, but it's going to be like 21 today, which is horribly hot for the Netherlands. So people are like, I need the air conditioning. It's only like, oh God, it's getting up like 70 degrees. All right, so one of the faults of summer is the fact that I'm able to take my camera with me, the phone with me, but I can't necessarily take the camera with me. Like, I can take it in a lot of other places and whatnot, but I can't necessarily hide a camera in the theater. Because when we were in the jackets, you can kind of hide stuff that's small like that.
Yeah.
Get the sun on our face. But yeah, so it's not even that big of a spoiler. We're not worried about too terribly much. About midway through the movie, I knew what was going to happen near the end. Yeah. Why everything was special. I mean, obviously it was for... I'm not even wowing in the fact that I predicted a children's movie.
Yeah. And
although now that Aaron has played a lot of Pokemon Go, he was just like, I know that Pokemon. I know that Pokemon. I know that Pokemon. And you're like, I don't know those, but then there's also like, I think they're currently on the normal thing, they're dealing with like Gen 9?
7, I think.
Something like, they're up there. Yeah. And we're still at 4.
Yeah, they literally today released more of 4th gen.
Yeah, we're at, well, is that today? Or?
Literally today.
God, today has been so long.
If you say so.
Well, it's because we caught all these things that were fresh this morning when we went to the bakery. That seems like yesterday to me.
Ah.
Yeah, today has been so long.
If you say so.
But yeah, it's I did like that Ryan Reynolds actually got an actual part later in the movie. And then it also explains why he had Ryan Reynolds' voice.
Yeah.
And whatnot. So yeah, we're here at Arena. We're making sure the sun's on our face to get good lighting. But yeah, there was a lot of like recognizable Pokemon, but like I remember even in the series there wasn't a lot of like middle Squirtle one.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of middle evolutions.
Which, I mean,
It's weird.
makes sense.
Yeah. Although we didn't see a Ghastly either. All we saw was Gengar. But there was Blastoise and Squirtle and Charizard and Charmander, but no Charmeleon and no Wartortle.
Yeah. But what I was saying is it makes sense both from an in-universe and from a outside universe, from a real-world point of view. Real world, everyone wants to evolve as high as they can or keep it small and cute. So the middle ones don't stick around for long.
That's how it kind of worked in the series too, unless it was like, because it was Charmander for a long time, and then he evolved to Charmeleon, then almost immediately went to Charizard. But he evolved, from what I understand, he evolved too fast to get control with Ash. So that's why when he finally was able to listen to Control, it was like, oh, it's so special. He listened to me for once. But yeah. So yeah, definitely go watch it if you've played Pokemon at all.
Yeah. A review I saw of it said that if you fed your inner joy or inner child Pokemon the right kinds of candies, when you let it out in the theater, you'd get an amazing, astounding experience. But if you didn't feed it exactly the right stuff, you'd just have fun.
Yeah.
And I agree with that.
Yep. All right. We'll probably record some later. Again, I'm stuck to the phone, so this is a little awkward on my arm. But I need to wait to see if someone got back to me on the phone. All right, we are cutting down Crooked Line. Well, we're technically going down Detroit, our street. We ate at some place at the Pipe. We basically went from Arena up to Joud and then took the 52 up to the Pipe, and then it was actually a really short walk.
Yeah, it was nice.
It was actually fairly good. I had the veggie burger, which was wound up being a carrot burger, which actually wasn't that bad.
I meant to ask you about that.
Yeah, it had like a weird like barbecued flavor. Like you'd get like it definitely tasted grilled. You know what I mean? It tasted like the Whopper would be grilled with like a generalized seasoning salt, but it was a veggie burger and it was fine. I devoured that damn thing. I'm American, so what we were doing is we were meeting technically someone here in the Netherlands found my videos when we first moved, and in comments and on Instagram has been helping me acclimate to various ideas about the Netherlands and Europe in general. And it was just like, we should finally just meet, have dinner, have beers, and chit chat about general things.
Yeah.
We asked a little bit about the voting system, which is a little screwy and it was hard to understand. We picked up a paper about the education system, which Aaron was really interested about. And then we talked about just general things. But I really now kind of understand the idea of sitting around for 3 hours just talking and not being pestered by a waiter. Like, it
was a little weird that we had to try so hard to get a waiter. Like,
no, he came around right away and got all our stuff.
No, afterwards. It looked like gonna eat his phone when he was trying to get the waiter's attention.
Well, true, but we were kind of under a time crunch for things. He had other friends to hang out with and whatnot, and but much like many people on the team have said, oh, I don't want to be filmed. I'm like, cool, I'm totally okay with that one. Benefit, I didn't have the phone or the camera with me, so it's not like I could have really whipped that one out. So the more I was dinking around on my phone, the less I was doing this. Yeah. But yeah, it's a good burger, great conversation, all that jazz.
And the reason I was so interested in the education system, first off, it's convoluted.
There's a picture of it here.
But also, I'm a sucker for a flowchart.
Yes. It's actually in my hand, so I'll just take a picture of it on the phone. And you guys will see it. We'll see you tomorrow for the game against Leiden. This will be the third game that we've had against them this season, because we had a pregame against them, and that's when I still had my black helmet. And then we had to go to Paris, which we had my helmet painted blue for, and then we came back again, and that's when we play them out in Leiden. Yeah, so this would be technically the third time I'd played them this year, but meh. So we're gonna change this bandage. I was gonna have another beer and watch some YouTube. Catch you guys tomorrow.